Christmas is all about. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
I'm back. Yeah. Happy 12 days of Christmas. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. So it has officially been 6 months since I moved to California, and I've been wanting to find my way back to YouTube somehow, but just didn't know the best time, the best way, or really just like a way to integrate it into my lifestyle right now. That is Madi Loo. She got a new toy from my mom. Let me take it. Sorry about that. Essentially, I've been wanting to get back on YouTube, get back to this whole space, but I just didn't know how. With my lifestyle out here, it's kind of like go, 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 and I'm like, what, where, how? So I was thinking of doing Vlogmas, and I was like, literally no. Like, actually no. 25 days of filming from December 1st to December 25th sounds like a nightmare to me, because in the midst of all that, like, I work a full-time job. So with that being said, I came to the conclusion, and I did this last year, 12 days of Christmas. And I feel like that's perfect, because the first half of the 12 days of Christmas, I will be in California, and you'll get a lot of California content. And then the second half is gonna be like me traveling home for the holidays. So it's gonna be like a little remix and a little combo between California Madi and Georgia Madi, which just seems like a match made in heaven, if you will. So welcome to the 12 days of Christmas Vlogmas day 1. Today's video is just like long overdue. First of all, you need to know what's been up with me. I've been living here for 6 months now, and a lot has changed. The last video that I uploaded on YouTube was part of my moving vlogs and getting from California to Georgia, and I kind of just left it on a cliffhanger. I was doing really good. Every Wednesday I was uploading, and then life happened and I stopped. I'm so sorry. Something that I want to be better about in 2023 is being consistent in anything that I do, and like going full force in whatever avenue of life that it is. And so if I'm going to fully commit to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever content space that I want to be in, I want to do it right. With that being said, I promise these 12 days of Christmas are gonna be glorious. Today happens to be Wednesday, December 7th. It's Riley's birthday, but when you're seeing this, it is Monday, December 12th, which is my birthday. So from the past life of Madi Loo, happy birthday, girl. You're 25. You're gonna freaking crush it this year. This is your era. I can just feel it. I'm like ready to like conquer life. So let's get right in, get caught up. Let's sit down, get casual, maybe even prop up on the bed or the couch, not sure. And let me tell you about my life. Because, girl, a lot has gone down. Okay, I kind of lied. I don't want to move. This is the perfect location right now. Like, I can talk with my hands. The lighting is nice, so we're sitting here. Let me give you the rundown of how this video is gonna go. And I'm not gonna have like 10 minutes of me chatting. So we're gonna do like a brief overview, right? And then obviously the more you watch of Vlogmas, we'll have more in-depth conversations. This is like a season 1 commercial, if you will. There are 5 things I need to update you on in my life. First, friends, obviously. 2, dating. And I know all of you nosy little girls and boys are gonna wanna know all about the dating scene in LA, so let me fill you in. 3, my apartment. What's she look like? Do you still like it? What's the vibe? All of those things. 4, work. Duh. Okay. And then 5th, just overall experience. I'm gonna give you a rating, a little pros and cons list of California, all the things, because I feel like most of the people who are watching my videos, you're very much my Georgia crew through and through. I love you for it. I'm so thankful for your support. And if you happen to be here and you don't know who I am, I recently moved to Los Angeles from a really small rural town in Georgia. I was like promising to like keep up with my peeps when I moved out here through YouTube. Haven't done so. So we have got a lot to cover. Before I continue to ramble, let's just get right on in with number 1. Who the heck are my friends? Listen, making friends in your 20s is hard, right? Especially when you're in a career where a lot of the people that you're surrounded by are like older than you. They go home to kids and like you go home to your dog, which Q Malibu. She's so good at being an actress. When I first got out here, I was like really desperate just to like meet people and got on Bumble BFF. I've always wanted like to have a duo my entire life. I've been a part of a friend group, but I've always kind of felt like the one out, or like I would join someone else's group, or you know, whatever. I finally have my duo, my go-to, my like, we're the same person, and she happens to be from Florida. We just met on Bumble BFF, hung out the first time on July 4th, and the rest was history. We're starting our podcast together called Dear 20s, and it is going to be iconic. We will have that up and going in a few weeks, and I can't wait for you to hear the first episode where we dive into finding friends in LA. So I'm just gonna kind of keep this short and sweet, but you know, moving out here and like having to find community actually was really inspiring, and like overall the people that I've met here have been extremely incredible. I've met so many awesome girls that like me are just like looking for quality friendships. I've also made some really great guy friends. I had some incredible guy friends in college and high school, and so that's always been a priority to me too. Moving out here, it was like, okay, first find girlfriends, then find guy friends, and I feel like I've done a great job of that. All right, secondly, dating in LA is horrid. It has been a dumpster fire. Everyone here is gorgeous, right? Like people who come to LA are coming to be models or actors or like photographers or something in the creative business. So everyone has that same vibe that I'm like attracted to. But because everyone's attractive, I feel like every day I've been on, I'm like, why aren't you funny? Like, why am I not laughing? So that's kind of the vibe. I've been on a lot of dates, been on a lot of instances where I'm like, oh my god, I think you're cute, like let's hang out, let's do whatever. And then the more we get to know each other, I'm like, friend vibes, or they're like, friend vibes, and like that's completely fine. But you know, all I can do is continue to like go on dates with people and like put myself out there and find out, you know, what I do like in a partner and what I don't like in a partner, because I haven't like really seriously dated enough to like be ready to settle down. Personally, I just like want to make sure that the person that I find in my life as my soulmate and who I spend forever with, like I genuinely want to spend forever with. Divorce runs in my family, and it's like something that I like want to work my hardest to avoid for my own emotional stake, but also just, I don't know, that's something that I really want as a partner that I can stick with forever. And so I am in no rush to find someone. I am honestly enjoying the process of just like dating around, but I am hoping and praying for obviously someone to just like be the person. I would love to have a man to spend my life with. I would love to be dating someone seriously. I just feel like that's something that I'm like ready for, but at the same sense of things, I'm patient and like know that in this season there is so many other rewards that are coming from it. Like I'm learning so much about myself and about what I do and don't want, and how I can be a better partner and a better friend, all of those things. So yeah, that's my dating story. I feel like a lot of people probably are like, this girl never goes on dates, this girl never has a boyfriend. Like I do, I just don't post about it. Like that's a part of my life that I kind of keep private secretly because I want to do a soft launch on Instagram, but also because like that is sacred for me. Like that's like holy ground. Yeah, I'm just trusting and believing that like when it's my time and the right person that I meet is in my life, then I'll meet them. But I do have a crush on the boy down the hall, but I don't know how to tell him. Okay, now that that's out of the way, my apartment, I have rearranged this thing more times than I can count, but I've finally come to a layout that I like, that feels like the most appropriate for the space, and it also feels bigger, feels more airy. Obviously, I feel like when you have your own place, it's never perfect, it's never where you want it to be, but I still do have some things that I want to change and want to add to the walls and would ideally be different, but let's be for real right now, I'm like so broke it's not even funny, and I don't have like money for a $80 frame and print. It is what it is, and it's a place of, you know, solitude and peace for me, and like when I come home, it's just an apartment. Ideally, like I'm really counting down and excited to live with people. I will say what I've learned is if you're moving somewhere brand new and you're moving by yourself, I would suggest a 6-month lease, just because if you're here for 6 months and then you meet people, you could potentially find a place with roommates and save yourself a whole lot of money. And I made the mistake of signing a year lease, so I'm here by myself for a year, paying way over what I should. So I am overpaying on rent 1,000 times. Yeah, they'll get you that way, but it is what it is. You learn your lesson, you move on, whatever. I'll show you a few clips of my apartment now. I got a new comforter. Next up on the list is work. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown. Work is wonderful. Work is great. Obviously, no matter where you're a teacher these days, you're underpaid. That is the same here. We're not surprised. I will say though, like the amount of responsibilities that I have here as a teacher is exponentially lower than the responsibilities that I had in Georgia. There's no bus duty, there's no car rider duty, there's no waiting till everyone's gone, nothing. Like 3:30, I walk out, they walk out. Lunch is supervised by administrators. We have literal people hired at school that are just campus supervisors. All they do is walk around all day long, make sure kids aren't skipping class, make sure kids aren't in the hallways or in the bathrooms when they're not supposed to be. Very, very nice. Like, that is something I don't have to worry about. My sole job is to be a teacher, which is really nice. Being in a union state, I notice now, like, to all my Georgia teachers, I need you to know, and this is not to discourage you, but like, you guys are being so overworked. I mean, yes, teaching is hard everywhere, right? Like, there's still challenges. We're still like working for an unlivable wage and being overworked, but the grass is greener other places. Not that I'm telling you to pick up your whole life and move, but if you're young like me and you have nothing to lose, do it, girl. And it's not just Georgia, obviously, and it's not just one school, it's just a system. So yeah, work is great. My work friends are incredible. My students are great. I have lots of freedom. There's no like vertical, horizontal, strict planning. Everyone's doing their own kind of thing as long as the standards are taught, which is great. So yeah, that's really it. I don't like want to go into too much detail just because it's awkward talking about work, I feel like. Lastly, this is gonna kind of like sum up the video, and I know we've just been standing here chatting, but like I said, this is just the kickoff to Vlogmas, okay? Pros and cons of living in California. If you have ever thought about living on the West Coast, do it. That's all I'm gonna say, is do it. If you've ever thought about picking up and you have this desire in your heart to go somewhere else, go. Do it. This is the best thing I've done in my entire life. It is scary. I am literally flying each day by the seat of my pants and being like, well, whatever happens today happens. Living here has been wonderful. I have found like just a new confidence and like being able to do this and do it well, and like it's just made me so proud of myself. And yeah, it's just been really, really great. The weather is incredible. I was so afraid when I moved out here, like I'm not gonna get any fall weather. It's gonna be 75 degrees all year round, and girl, that's not true. Like, it is cold. I'm in my puffer, like I can wear my Ugg boots. I still get some fall and winter fashion moments, and I'm living for it. Yeah, it's really, really great. I'll just break it down for you. Everyone is a creative. Everyone is ambitious. Everyone prioritizes like health and happiness. The weather is unbeatable. It's so inspiring, and I've just met some really incredible people. Like, that's just that. But the cons are also obvious. It's extremely expensive to live out here. Extremely expensive. I am not saving much at all, and I've just kind of had to like accept that, like, that's okay for this moment in my life. And you know, obviously I'm learning, and as I go I'm like, okay, this has to change in the future and this will have to change. I'm learning a lot, which has been really cool, but also just being far away from friends and family, like it doesn't feel that different from when you're at college until you really think about the fact that like I can't just like drive home. Specifically close to the holidays, like I get really, really ready to go home. Like I am counting down the days to fly to Georgia. I think it's like 7, 10 now, maybe. We might be in the double digits, not really sure, but I'm excited to see my friends and family. Like that I'm just so excited. It's crazy because when you move, like, duh, people's life continue without you, but to move away and like to realize that like people's babies are now walking, and when I left, like my best friend's babies weren't able to do that, and my best friend Morgan, like she's pregnant again, and I have not seen her pregnant in person, and like my little brother like is in 9th grade, and when I go home, all I keep hearing from my friends is how tall he is, and I'm like, I can't see that through the phone. So like that's like the hardest part, is that people's lives continue without you. And so I'm interested to see like what that dynamic looks like when I go back to Georgia. I'm very nervous because I don't want it to be awkward. I don't think it's gonna be awkward. Like, never in my life has it been awkward with my friends, but you just never know. Like, you change, your friends change, and so I'm nervous for that. But I know it's gonna be good because it just always is. I think that's it. Like, that is it. And those are 2 cons that like right now at this point in my life, I'm okay with sacrificing those 2 things for all of the other things. I'm the happiest and most proud of myself that I have ever been. And that's why I was like, I need to update my people. Like, they need to see this. That's why we're doing 12 days of Vlogmas, and I hope that you're so happy that I'm back. And to show me that you're happy, make sure that you share this video with a friend. Make sure you send them a text, hey, Madi Loo's posting again. Watch this new video. She spills all the tea on her life. And make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so that each day you're notified when I post, and you can watch the Vlogmas video while you're doing your 12/3/30, because that's when I watch all of my Vlogmas videos. But anyways, I'm gonna cook dinner. That's the end of this video. I know that I just talked for way too long, and I try to keep it short and sweet, guys, because we'll jump into more of all this later, but it always never is short and sweet with me. Never. I'm just a talking girl. So with that being said, I love you. I'm so excited to be back for 12 days of Vlogmas, and to all of my Georgia people, I cannot wait to hug your necks. Literally, tears are coming up just thinking about it. I'll see you so soon.